chaos reigns.
Gator needs a scat, punk ass bitch! We landed on the moon!
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
My name's Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum.
Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Good morning, everybody. It is April 29th, 2025. It is a balmy 67 degrees in Glasgow, which 3 months ago when we recorded this, it was like 28.
Yeah.
So we've warmed up quite a bit. The barometer is at, what's that say? 12 this morning. That's a good barometer.
Pressure.
The pressure's building. We are in a brand new studio. We're on a new platform. Hello, everyone out there in the YouTubes. Yes, we are in a brand new studio. We are actually in Chad's office, and as you can tell, above my left shoulder, payment is due. I can't read it.
Is expected day of service.
Yes, expected.
Upon rendering of services.
And this is in font size 29
or 30.
and bold.
And below it's in like,
yeah, absolutely.
It's
and
in
it doesn't say what
Calibri,
service it offers.
Yeah.
Calibri
That's
font
definitely-
size
that's definitely-
15.
Yeah, that's definitely Calibri.
What'd you say?
Calibri.
All right.
The watch is black.
The watch is black. Show the people at home what the color of the watch is.
It's
black.
Shador. Yeah, get in
technically it's African American.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Sorry.
If we're being politically
So sorry.
correct.
So sorry. So sorry. All right. So new platform, like I said. To my name is Wade. Hello. To my left is Matthew. To his left is Chad.
Scoop.
Got a lot of nicknames.
Yamo!
Cross the horizon here is Chauncey Julius, or CJ.
Graham Bush.
Graham Bush.
And then our newest addition in his second episode is Jamal.
Mr. AKA I wear my sunglasses at night.
You looked good last night in those sunglasses.
Well, I tried to start wearing them so people would be like, man, is he blind or is he just cool?
He's both.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
He's both.
A man of mystery.
Yes.
All right.
Only certain people can pull that off, so kudos to you.
What's the precipitation looking like today? It's supposed to have some thunder showers today.
50% chance of rain.
50.
Evening.
And it's
50.
not supposed to, it says 50, but now I guess it's not supposed to get to maybe 7 o'clock before a little bit of rain. But it looks like rain the rest of the week.
If your yard isn't mowed, expect it to be tall come next time.
Too late.
Facts.
All right, so just a little bit of history on our show. We started this, like I said, I think our first episode, I went back and looked, was January 25th, I think. I don't know.
Stand
Something
by.
like
Episode
I'm going to pull a CJ
16?
here.
Yes. Today is episode 16. So 3 months in, we started this podcast with me, Teo, and Chad.
January 25th was the basket of biscuits.
All right, there we go. And then we added CJ. We did 3 episodes, just the 3 of us, I think.
Yes.
And then we had CJ on. CJ became a permanent fixture, kind of like your microwave or stove. Stove's probably more permanent than a microwave. So,
Yeah.
like your stove at home, nice LG stove.
Prior to the 1920s, it wasn't, but after that, yeah, it was a regular fixture.
General Electric stove.
GE. I went with the LG, the Best Buy top of the line, $4,000 stove. And then last week we brought Jamal on, and Jamal is now a permanent fixture, kind of like your HVAC unit. I guess.
Exactly. Which I'm getting a new one today.
Are you?
Yeah, we're getting a new one at the house.
Exciting times.
Yes. Old people shit. Old people shit. Like when you talk about a $4,000 stove and an HVAC unit, never in my life did I think that all 5 of us together that would be something that we both could all get a rise about.
In case you weren't paying attention, you missed the wrestling match that Teo had with his headset.
You also missed the wrestling match Chad had with his mouses.
Oh, yes.
His mice.
Mice.
His meese.
Yes, and
We had typical
still doesn't have it figured out. But
Chad's
We're
going to have a
running.
frustrating day today. I
we
I can tell you. Yeah.
we progress. We move on. We move forward. That's our mantra.
Adjust and adapt.
Yeah.
Survive in advance.
I love that one. Yeah.
Sausage and biscuits.
Biscuits and gravy.
Peanut butter and jelly. Anybody got a conjunction they want
Taters and tots.
to?
That's not bad.
Double up the potatoes there.
That's all right.
Double starch. I like it. All right. Well.
And that's our episode for the week.
All right, so let's just jump into it. Give us the news of the day.
A new segment.
Yeah. So
New segment. This segment is brought to you
Teo's
by
news of the day.
This segment is brought to you by Lighthouse Counseling, where if you've got issues, payment is expected when
When services are
Damn
rendered.
Skippy.
When services are rendered.
So I come across an article that took place as of last night.
Oh.
Bloody fingers are just part of the game in this traditional German sport.
Are we guessing the sport?
You can guess it. I don't know that you'll figure it out.
Bloody fingers.
I don't know any German
Stay on
sports.
track.
I feel like it has to be something very obscure.
Finger wrestling.
Yeah, there you go.
Men in short leather pants and embroidered suspenders
There we go.
risk dislocated digits as they vied for the top prize at Germany's championship in the sport of finger wrestling. 180 competitors took part in Sunday's 64th German Championship in Pang, which is about an hour's drive southwest of Munich.
So, I wonder how
Lots
you
of
get into
questions.
that. Yes. Like, do are you a legacy? My father did it. So, my grandfather did it.
Like
and
Art
now,
Anderson.
I grew up doing finger push-ups and messing with women and all of that. Is that how you get into it?
Who knows? I mean, it just makes me think of, what was that movie?
Over the top.
No. It was when they went over and they was drinking all the beer.
Beer fest.
Oh, Beer Fest.
Beer Fest, yeah,
Yeah.
the boot.
Das Boot.
Yeah.
He's got the eye of the Jew. That's exactly what it was. Another news.
Hang on, CJ's doing some. Really
Yeah, so let's talk about this finger wrestling for a second. So just pulling it up real quick. So it is literally, this is how they do it. Like they use their middle finger and like latch into this like
And they're sitting
rope
over,
type.
like me and CJ are sitting
Yeah.
over a table, and you try to
Yeah,
yank your
like
other person
this
over the
dude
table.
literally got pulled over the table. This other guy's finger was so strong.
That guy went over the
He
top.
had the strong
So
finger.
it's like tug of war with your, with your fingers?
Exactly. One.
Wow.
golly.
What if you got arthritis?
You
don't do finger wrestling.
Done.
You can't get in there.
You're not advancing. No, you get in there. You're just not advancing.
No, you're retired.
Had to retire. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not advancing very far.
Could have been a contender.
But now,
I'm going to butcher this, but it's in Germany. It's finger hulking.
yeah, I did. That's why I stayed away from it.
Finger hawking.
Can you imagine, like, when you retire, the shape that your middle finger is in?
That's what, or how thick that dude is for how strong it is.
Yes.
Get all the ladies.
I mean, I wonder what you're doing weight-wise to get your finger strong enough to
You like-
sit there and figure out that you're going to pull like a 300-pound dude over with your middle finger.
Yeah, you get a little chain and stick it on your finger.
According to this,
you do like curl ups.
only men can compete in this. There's no women's division in Germany.
Sexist.
Two contestants sit on opposite sides of a table. Each puts one finger, usually the middle, through a small leather loop. As soon as the referee gives the signal to start, each competitor tries to pull the other as quickly as possible across the table. So,
Wow.
You have to pull them across the table. To
yeah,
pop?
you got to pull them across the table to
dog.
win.
Imagine being in
just give up.
Germany
Good Lord.
and that guy flipped me the bird and his middle finger had abs.
It's
Yeah, that's the picture I saw. You got a guy
Guys
supporting
trying
him.
to support them.
Chad,
Nothing
where's
like
your
family
phone?
support. What?
Where's your phone?
It's in my pocket.
Check it.
Because he's got one hand is in his pocket.
And the other one's giving the finger, the middle finger.
Can't do a high five.
High four.
All right, so I scheduled it to send last night. I've never done that before, but I wanted to see how it worked. 6 o'clock, I knew that it was coming through.
So you can schedule this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So in other weird news.
Oh, we got more.
Yeah, there's 2 more articles.
Hit me with your best shot, Pat.
Ferocious woodpecker damages 25 vehicles in Massachusetts town.
Damn.
That is one ticked off woodpecker.
What the fuck? What the fuck was wrong with Woody?
I don't
Dead
know.
woodpecker.
A Massachusetts town is under siege from apparently territorial pileated woodpecker being blamed for damaging more than 25 vehicles in the area. Rockport resident Janelle Favreau. Yeah, who knows?
I don't know.
Managed to capture a photo of the culprit caught in the act of targeting a vehicle with its jackhammer-like beak.
Damn.
Golly.
We have a vandal in the neighborhood.
You think that they would know that it's not wood, that they're pecking metal?
He was described as
he cared.
18 to 24 inches tall, wearing black and white with a red hat.
I read.
He was probably mentally damaged.
Look,
mentally unstable.
I've got one that
woodpecker.
goes to town out back in my house, and the very first thing my neighbor said is, "I wonder if he gets headaches very often."
No, they just keep going, bro.
They used to be one of my favorite cartoons, is watching Woody Woodpecker, but,
That's the best I got this one.
And the last article that I have here, the UK court finds men who stole $6 million gold toilet guilty.
A gold toilet.
Damn.
Dang.
I wonder if it was
Now, this article's a little dated because it's from March
that's what I'm
20th,
wondering.
so it's about a month ago. But it turns out that a porcelain throne can also be made of gold.
Huh.
Pretty sure Steve Nunn had a.
Well, he
toilet
had.
himself.
I was going to say he did have one, but I don't know if it was actual gold or if it was
So
just
this-
Plated.
yeah.
Didn't he get that 187 charge?
Yeah.
He made that fun bill and then broke it.
Yeah.
Not a good idea to
So the
do that.
The vision behind this was an Italian artist, Maurizio Catalan's artwork titled
Nice.
America, created in 2016.
America.
The installation featured a fully functional toilet cast in 18-karat gold.
Golly.
It was initially displayed at the Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum in New York City and later at Blenheim Palace in the UK, where it was stolen in 2019.
So his art installation was called America, and he had a
Gold.
toilet.
Gold toilet.
Well, I think
in
gold plate.
2016.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Toilet.
I wonder if it ever depreciates.
Gold only goes up,
Yeah, but I mean,
especially in a recession.
But I mean, what if somebody blew the whole fucking toilet?
That's what I said. Like
You know what I'm saying?
something that you could wear around your neck. Imagine having the bubble guts in that thing, and you're going
Yeah,
to try.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd feel awful.
I bet nobody's ever shat in that toilet.
No,
It's a shame if they had.
but that article was
Somebody
crap.
should.
That's
that
a
way
waste of
they've got
$6
that
million.
claim.
Well, it was worth that.
We could have built us a Lee Majors.
We could have had Lee Majors here for somebody's birthday party for that kind of money.
Yeah, just right next door. The inflated
That's
the
true.
bouncy house.
Nerf
Lee
war.
Majors would like a bounce house.
Speaking of the newest bounce house edition over here, you and I brought that in.
Yes, we did. At first, I was like, "This thing is sitting in the parking lot until the cows come home." But
Yeah, Chad was in session with a client,
And you was outside
and they,
bouncing?
they were
and
expected
I was
to
sitting in
pay.
my truck, and this semi pulled up,
He was treating it like the House of Pain.
and he came straight to my window. He's like, "Hey, are you the husband?" And I said, "Nah, not me." He's like, "Well, I got a delivery for Jamie," and I was like, "I mean, I guess, I guess I'll sign for it." So, anyway, we got it in here, ratchet straps and all.
A lot of ingenuity.
We had fun doing it.
Yeah,
I had fun doing it.
creative.
Yeah, I like using the left side of my brain. It's the art
Yeah,
side.
Sometimes.
It's the arty. It's the arty side.
Good stories, though, Teo.
Yeah, well done in our newest segment. Did you
Yeah.
practice that?
No.
He was prepared
Raw
though.
dogged it.
Matter of fact, I can sit here and tell you guys that I woke up at 5 a.m. and I literally found those 3 articles. And I was
That tells you how easy
procrastinating.
how much information.
well,
is
as
out
I
there.
looked yesterday at lunch while I was working, I did not find anything very interesting to me at that time. So I waited, let it brew, and actually just fell asleep and forgot to do it. And I said, "Oh shit, got to get these articles ready."
So everyone prepared that this may not be a regular segment if Teo forgets. So
Teo ain't forgetting. Teo will always have at least one article ready to go.
He might not have his headset, but he got articles to go.
That's right.
He might not have his headset.
And Chad's mouse and computer
my
issues
God.
may not always work.
Still
So,
haven't figured it out.
matter of fact, I made it back here in record time.
Record time?
Record time.
I'll give it to you.
I could have made it faster.
That's because you had been running though. See, I was driving a vehicle.
I was running.
I just felt like running.
In other news, in local news.
Local news.
Yes.
Glasgow got that ass beat last night.
Well, hang on. Hang on
Sounds like,
before we go into local sports, because I know that's what people on YouTube care about.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they care about what Glasgow's doing in that funky stadium.
Chad has a Barbie dream house for sale that he has posted on Facebook for $250. You can buy a used Barbie dream house.
let me
Don't
read.
ever.
$250. I think I gave Berkeley's away, but if I'd have known,
Yeah.
He sold a big wheel for $75.
have you sold it yet?
No, you've got to make sure that you're correct on that. So I've got
all
a
I want to
Barbie.
know is if you've sold it, and then you can.
The Barbie Dream House was on there for $100. The American Girl doll set was $250, which is a huge house, and all the
Huge
junk
house.
that come with it. So
Huge.
Most
huge.
people
It's a huge house.
40 square feet.
I have not sold it. The Barbie
best
Dream
house.
House
The biggest house in all the land.
is pending.
Most people do drive to Chicago to do that American Dream Girl, whatever that is.
American
those,
Dream Girl.
Those dolls or whatever it is.
I think you're thinking of
She
something else.
was an American dream girl.
The key was OBO or best offer.
Or best offer, yes. I'll
Somebody
give you
offered me
$1.20.
So have you gotten any offers?
I had the Barbie Dream House is pending for $100.
Okay.
Pending.
So you're in negotiation.
They're pending. They're getting a financial background check on these people to make sure financing is prepared.
They're
Call
like,
Teo.
they asked Chad, they're like, do you take Klarna?
Bitcoin only.
Yeah, I prefer a firm.
Afterpay. 4 installments.
Yeah.
A firm is my favorite.
Yes,
I do like a firm. That's how I got my Xbox.
But that is
That's how I
local
got that
news.
headset that you're wearing right now.
So, listeners, you will know hopefully the next time we have a segment if the
You don't
Dream
look
House
at
sold.
don't look at the camera.
Yeah, I know. I
Don't
was like,
look at
what
it.
is he doing?
It's like it's not.
I got a bone to pick with you, like Rafael Palmeiro.
Yeah, I didn't
finger.
touch
I
that.
did not take steroids.
Bob
Just
Dole.
be like everybody else.
Bob Dole
Just
likes peanut
refuse to
butter.
answer the question.
Bob Dole came to Glasgow in '96 when he was running for president of the United States.
Yep, I remember that.
It obviously helped him on his campaign.
Yes.
Right.
On his way.
Probably not a solid campaign strategy.
Yeah, it was,
I mean, it made a difference.
he did the best that he could do.
Billy
And that's
C
all
took
we
care
can
of it.
ask. Yeah, Billy C got that ass, didn't he?
All right, so here's a
In
question:
multiple ways.
do you think there'll ever be more than 2 parties?
Oh God.
That's not a political like where you
No,
stand. Just
no,
you
no,
think
I
there'll be
think
more?
they ought to get rid of all parties.
No, I want to, but I mean, it doesn't matter how many parties you have because that third party will never be. I don't care who loves them. I mean, it's always going to be the 2 parties.
Yeah.
And I mean, as much as I would like, cause I mean, I'll just
Something-
go ahead and say I'm closer to the middle than I am
And most people,
one side or the other.
most will fall in that. But I mean, unfortunately, libertarians, they're not that independent. Just doesn't have the firepower as the other 2 parties.
I think maybe when our kids, or the younger, your Garner's age and stuff, like when they get, I think that, as we get older, I mean, people get more woke.
forgot you and I were on the same one.
People get more woke, so.
Well, the reality is something bad's going to happen for both parties for a third party or fourth party to have to come in.
And I
The
mean,
door has
you're
to be
seeing
open.
that kind of because,
Yeah.
I mean, nobody really has candidates on either side.
They're just grabbing at the first person they think is.
That's how I felt about this NFL draft.
It's a good segue
Yes.
Speaking of that, on your football there.
Yeah.
to get off politics.
The National Football League.
All right, so the
Sponsored by
NFL
Wilson.
official size and weight. So the NFL draft was this past Thursday and Friday and Saturday. No,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Correction.
Cam Ward, as expected, went number 1. Travis Hunter, number 2.
I've got a question for you to
Like
look up,
they can't
CJ, unless somebody knows.
Yeah.
So now everybody
Abdul,
out there knows.
Mr. Irrelevant,
Abdul Carter went 3.
the last pick.
And then
Will
Shedeur
Campbell went
Sanders
4.
went in the 5th round.
144th pick.
Yeah.
Who?
Shedeur.
That's it. That was
He was
144.
144.
And his brother signed as a free agent with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
But Shiloh also
Shiloh.
said, Dad, you're fired. He fired Dion as his agent and went with Drew Rosenhaus.
Oh, what is going on in the world?
Yeah. So,
What?
Chad, to answer your question, was Kobe Minor out of Memphis. He's a defensive back. Was Mr. Irrelevant this year. So,
Yeah.
Kobe.
Kobe. K-O-B-E.
Okay.
Two E's?
Two E's.
Double E.
Kobe.
I will say this.
Say this.
Our comments on the draft last week did not age well compared to how things went. Well, for certain people.
Yeah, just Sanders, really.
No, Shador was, I mean, look, I think
Because I asked where he was projected, and you said 5th.
No,
He-
he's
a
ninth.
ninth to the
was where he
Saints, and
was.
then that day of the draft, they were projecting him to go 21 to Pittsburgh. And as we got later, don't choke on that coffee, Chad. You all right? You good?
We need medical attention. Help! Stacy!
He's choking.
He's choking!
Where's Mrs.
That
Doubtfire?
needs to be a story told at some
Yeah,
point.
I can't believe we hadn't told that story yet.
It's pretty.
Now that we have video, we can
Yes.
reenact.
Reenact.
It's still the funniest thing, one of the funniest things that I've been a part of.
So here is what.
Yeah, let's get back into the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I will say in regards to Shador falling. Because Dylan Gabriel was taken by the Cleveland Browns earlier,
Correct.
in the
In the-
third round, I think.
third or fourth round.
Third round and then 2 rounds later.
Yeah.
That shit
So there were several quarterbacks taken prior to Shador being picked. Now, everyone here knows that him falling in the draft wasn't due to his talent or due to his ability to play the quarterback position. However, well, you're not going to tell me Dylan Gabriel's better than Shador Sanders. No.
no.
Talent-wise, no. I'm sorry.
I mean, no. I mean, Shador's going to be there in the quarter.
Shador Sanders, talent-wise, was at least top 3 in this draft.
What?
I don't know
From
if
the quarterback position.
I don't know if I agree with that, man. Because listen, let me say this, and you
Cam
finish.
Ward, Shador, Tyler Shaw. I don't know that
Jackson Dart.
You know, Jackson Dart. I mean, those
I'll say this: take his name off the back of his jersey. Okay.
Yep.
Take his whole name off the back of the jersey and put Allen on the back. If you put his film, what he did at Colorado, up against a Dart, Jackson, what he did at Ole Miss. Shador, if just only reason why we talking about him is because he's Dion's son. Yeah. If you put him in on any other Division I quarterback, you put his stats, his win percentage, what he did in the games, up against some of these other ones, I don't see him. I don't think he was a first round pick. I just don't. Now, compared to Dylan, to me, I think Cleveland fumbled the bag. Because, I mean, what are they doing? I mean, you trade down, you get an extra pick next year. Your next year's class is top heavy with quarterbacks. But now you've made an even bigger clusterfuck by getting 2 quarterbacks at the end. And now you got those 2 competing. You got Flacco and Kenny Pickett. You got 4 quarterbacks. Now, what do you put out on the field this year?
Kenny Pickett may not play. They didn't.
I agree.
Cleveland declined his 5th-year option.
But I mean, you at the end of the year, you don't know what you got. So what do you do next year when it's quarterback heavy? Do you draft another one?
Well, I think you're gonna have all those guys are gonna have a chance. I mean, Flacco's gonna be the most consistent, even with him being pushing 40. I mean, so
They should have got 1 quarterback, threw him out on the field, see what you got. If he sucks, boom, you got a first-round draft pick next year. So Cleveland fumbled the bag.
So I'm with Jamal on this, and this is my thinking, and I realize that not everybody agrees with the idea that the Big Ten and the SEC are the best conferences.
No, SEC.
But in general, I think you have to look at it, as far as like his ability to throw the ball, like it's there. He's talented. However, he put up a bunch of yards in a really, really, really like Texas Tech, Cliff Kingsbury type system where that doesn't necessarily transfer to the NFL always. And he played in a conference that's known for all offense, no defense. And he went 1-8 over 2 years in that conference. Now, I realize he can't, do anything about who played on defense and all these other things, but I think it was a combination of those things.
2 things to piggyback on what you just said, Chad. So last year he had 353 completions. 150 of those were screens, checkdowns.
Yeah.
And the stat, this was one that stood out to me. 52.6% of his yards came after the catch, which was more than any of the quarterback prospects in this year's draft class.
Yep.
He doesn't push the ball down the field a lot. Now, the other thing I'll say is just looking at different things over the last couple of days, the other big factors were, like, he went to the East-West Shrine game, and they say that the NFL requires them to practice if they go. He didn't.
I didn't hear that. He went to what?
He went to the East-West Shrine game. So, like, for the seniors. Yeah,
it's like
a senior bowl.
Senior bowl.
Yeah, and they say if you go, you have to practice. He refused to practice. His combine interviews were terrible. I mean,
And
did you see that video I sent you?
Yeah, I'd already seen
quite
it.
funny.
You sent it. Yeah.
And also, too, a lot of this falls on Dion.
That too.
Because Dion is quoted stating they were going to pull an Eli Manning. Well, you already know that, look, you don't have to have collusion in the NFL. There are organizations that aren't going to collude, but if they get a feeling on something, they pretty much get like, well, you know what? We don't have to take them. We don't have to have a quarterback. We can let that continue to fall, and eventually somebody will take him, which is what happened here because Jerry Jones came out and said, we like Shador, we like this tape, but we don't need a quarterback. Pittsburgh, they decided to wait. I think the 6th round they took somebody. The quarterback heavy teams were Tennessee, Cleveland, and the Giants. And
Saints too.
And then 2 other things I did say. They said he's only played in Dion's system. He's never he's only played high school for him at Jackson State, at Colorado. And then one other thing that stood out to me, just with him and another quarterback, the money that they left on the table to go to the draft over NIL. So Quinn Ewers' example, he had an $8 million offer to go back to Texas, and now he's making $800K with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Shador left money on the table.
He could have gone back. I mean, but now the thing is
they retired his jersey.
Let me pause.
He could play with it. Come back wearing the 4-5. Wearing the 4-5.
But let me pause there.
Pause it.
Quinn Ewers had 1 year left, and he had an $8 million deal. Yeah. That is crazy.
That's awesome.
That's a 1-year contract for $8 million.
Yeah.
To go back to
what
college.
was that man think? I mean, you're going to have to be a top 5 draft pick to get that guaranteed.
What is more valuable to you? Your dream, or playing in the NFL, or cash money?
$8 million.
Well, here's the thing: you can't go back now and get that $8 million. Now you done declared and taking your $800,000. That's
but
it.
here's the thing: if you don't sign with an agent, you can always go back.
Yep, you sure can. Don't matter.
So it doesn't matter. But once you sign with that agent, you're pretty much lock and step.
I'm telling Miami, man, I see y'all next year.
I mean, and here's the thing.
Yeah,
and another thing that hurt that I think Shador will end up making the decision to let his dad go and he'd go get an actual agent is after the draft took place, Dion come flat out and said he going to go to his first meeting with Cleveland because Shador don't take no backseat to no quarterback. Number one.
That's not his place to say that.
No. And he is hurting it more than helping.
So you're saying he's LeVar Ball?
Yes, thank
what
you.
you're
That's
saying.
exactly what I was getting ready to
Yeah,
say.
it's
Yes.
kind of
You're
like
saying
that.
he's LeVar Ball.
And LeVar Ball with one leg still think he can take Jordan.
But here's the thing.
No.
Do you think Dion sees himself as like LeVar Ball? Or is he like, y'all are crazy?
I think he's oblivious to how he's being.
Yeah.
I think he's not realizing that he's actually hurting his kids in this chance for them to live out their dream compared to when he stepped out. Everybody knew about Neon, Dion, Prime Time, The Flash, all of it, what he was capable of. They're not on the same level.
No.
And the fact that they're going to get an opportunity, and look, this is what I will say. Shador handled it with class. There was times where he could not have, but he came out and said, "Look, I could have handled things better. I'm grateful for the opportunity." You know, he said the right things. He's still got to go out there and prove it.
Yeah.
He's still got to go out and earn his keep.
Yeah.
If you don't watch, you're going to end up having another Bronny James and LeBron James situation where people are cooking him just because, like, the only reason why you're even here because of your daddy, you know.
Well, I mean, he actually put a product on the field.
Yeah.
Bronny didn't put no product over at USC because of his heart condition.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, Bronny's, for his first year in the league,
he's starting.
I was pleased with him. You know, he got some clock in the
He's played well
Yep.
as of late. I mean, he's developed a little bit in the D League. You don't know what he's going to be. You got to give that man another year or two to see what he's truly going to be, if he's going to be anything. I mean,
Right, but the reality is if LeBron's not your daddy, he didn't put no product at USC, nobody's drafting him, right? I mean, he'd have to put something out there before he gets drafted. But I agree, like it's something that we don't know what he's going to end up being. And the same thing for Shador. Shador might actually win a starting job somewhere and light the league up, and then he's like, yeah, look at y'all fools, right? Could happen. He's not a terrible player.
No, but not by any stretch of the imagination. He's not what he was drafted at. Also, like I thought that Cleveland should have took him where they took Dylan Gabriel. And if he got him there, I don't think we'd be having such a big discussion, but it was the fact that you've got this kid 5'10". I mean, it's like us going out there and playing, and that's who they went with over.
I wish I was 5'10".
Shador.
I feel your pain.
But instead,
Jamal, they don't know. They don't know what the air's like up here.
I mean, I'm not gonna say too much. I'm just skimming 5'9" over here, dog.
CJ's the giant of our group.
CJ's the tallest in the room.
He's the giant.
How's
of our
that
group.
make you feel?
Big.
6'1".
I mean,
Are you 6'1", CJ?
Yeah, 6'1".
but
That's my dream height right there.
Shador's metrics, just his metrics alone, made him better than Dylan Gabriel. So I couldn't believe that when they made that pick, and then 2 rounds later they picked Shador. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's exactly what everybody was saying.
You know, I mean, in that case, I wouldn't have traded I'd have took Travis and I'd have took Travis Hunter. You still had that pick at 94. You could got Shador, and now you got the makings of okay, I'm starting to do something to go forward. We got us a receiver, we got us a quarterback, and the rest of but nope.
The only thing I'll say about Gabriel is he was in college for 5 years and put up some pretty good stats. And his last couple, he played at Oklahoma and Oregon, which were
He's a winner.
better than, yeah,
He's a winner, but I mean, again, how tall was Drew Brees?
5'10".
5'10". So Dylan Gabriel's
How tall
5'11"
was,
and like 7/8 or whatever it was.
Oh my God, I can't think of his name now. Buffalo Bills, Wheaties guy,
Flutie.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, Doug Flutie.
Douglas Flutie.
Oh, Flutie was like 5'9", I think.
I think he was
Yeah.
closer to 5'8" than 5'9".
Yeah.
Richard Dent called him a midget.
Flutie's
when he was playing
5'10".
for the
Drew
85
Brees was
Bears.
6. Flutie was 5'10". Drew Brees was
6
6
foot.
foot.
We didn't say it. He's quoting somebody.
Yeah.
Richard Dent called him that.
Let's
Shame
move. Let's
on you,
move
Richard.
on
Let's
from
move
sports.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
All right, and we're back. We've got some exciting stuff in the second half of this episode. You're not going to want to miss it because the longer you watch on YouTube, the more money that we could potentially make, and that's the only reason that we do anything is to make money. It's not for the love of the game; it's for money.
Yeah,
cash rules everything around me.
Cream. Get the money, dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, we got some exciting stuff. Let's talk. Let's do this.
okay.
Let's take it. Let's take a break.
And we're back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the new height. What are we even
Talking about?
Son of a bitch!
Pinstripe.
Pinstripe, yeah. Jamal's out. Didn't
All
need
right.
your ears anyway.
So, it is the end of April. I will be leaving on a jet plane Sunday morning I'm going back to Cali.
Fly high, Wade. Fly high, baby.
Back to Cali.
Going back to Cali. I don't know.
California.
California. It's how Counting Crows say it. It's been a
Long December.
All right, and we're back.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm leaving Sunday for Cali, going to San Diego. The National Little Persons Convention will be there later in May, but I will be there next week for the Boys and Girls Club of America's National Conference.
Nice.
Boy's birthday is next week, too. On Wednesday.
May 7th.
Whose birthday?
Moe's.
Oh, yours is?
Yep, Wednesday.
The wife's birthday is May the 5th.
Cinco
de Mayo.
Siete.
I guess y'all be having Garcias that night.
No, she could be going to Florida, dog. I'm going to be here alone.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
She's going to celebrate without me.
He'd be babysitting.
Yeah.
Getting that arm worked out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Apologies.
Anyway, something that I've been wanting to talk about for a couple weeks, and I've always gotten too scared to do it.
Okay.
And yeah, that's for real. I always get like stage fright when we're going to talk about something serious.
Yeah.
But Jamal and I had a nice conversation on the phone end of last week.
Yep.
Right?
Sunday. Yeah, Sunday or Saturday or Sunday night.
Yeah. You know, Jamal's had his struggles lately, and well, I mean, we all have in one form or fashion. For those of you who don't know or can't tell by just how all over the fucking place I am most of the time, I struggle with bipolar depression, bipolar 2, which means I could swing either way, and it's extreme. And it's something that I have struggled with for 10 years, roughly. And it affects almost every facet of my life.
Facts.
My friendships with people have, ebbed and flowed and strained, and I know that that's the case for literally all four of you all at one point or another. We were, really close, and then kind of I isolate myself when I am in a depressive state, and then that pushes people away, and it can be a scary thing, especially when you tell people that you have bipolar disorder. People don't really know what to make of it or anything, but it's something that I've kind of learned to deal with. I still have my moments, but
Well, you need to embrace it.
being open with people,
That's the biggest thing.
and especially new relationships, whether that's a romantic one or a new friendship, being open with people like, hey, I may disappear sometimes, but
No offense.
just hang in there with me.
Yeah, no offense.
And that I know that all four of you all kind of understand how I am most of the time, but again, that affects everything in my life: work, personal relationships, how I think of myself most of the time. Anyway, I don't want to like go deep and make this a big depressive thing.
No.
But it is real. It is something that when I'm in a manic state, all over the place. And if you listen to our episode 14, you can really tell that something is amiss. We had a lot of laughs that episode.
Ride him.
Ride him.
Well, yeah.
He's riding for Lane now.
I mean, I go through the same. I mean, mine is anxiety and depression. I mean, I've had anxiety my whole life. I mean, I can remember, I mean, now that I know what it is, it's easy to, to recognize what I was going through all the years. So
Old folks call it nerves.
Yes, and that's what I always thought it was until, until I talked to somebody, and they told me that it's not natural what you're going through. And I mean, before I started getting medication, I mean, my days were literally the epitome of a roller coaster. I could be, Chad, you could send me a text message one day, and I read it, and I laugh about it. Well, then, say 2 hours later, my mind just goes all over the place that same message could now piss me off or get me in a bad mood. And then I'd come up, and then something else would come up. That's every single day. So, I mean, for me, I slept good at night because I was mentally exhausted every single night. And until I got medicated, man, it was, I can tell a difference now. But, I completely relate to Wade in that sense that, I've isolated friends. Like, we could do something one day, and if I hadn't heard from that person in 2 days, well, fuck them. They don't text. They don't call. And I wouldn't do the same. I wouldn't text or call either. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I would isolate myself for days on end. And since I lost my eyesight, I've had to medicate more because for me it's an everyday struggle. Like everybody's like, well, you're out all the time. Well, the alternative is sitting at the house and listening to TV.
Jamal, as a friend of yours, and I've wanted to ask you this and
Sure.
never have, so now's the perfect chance.
Sure.
When did your eyesight start to go? Because you never really talked about it until it just kind of got bad.
Well, I'm not trying to talk over you about your own thing, but I remember when we were playing softball 20 years ago,
Well,
and you were like, I can't see that well.
But that's the thing.
Yeah,
I've never been able to see either, so it's I thought it was bad.
I wouldn't say I started losing it back, but I could tell it wasn't as good as. So that's why I stopped playing the outfield. But in 2014, Kentucky was playing Wichita State in March Madness, and I'm sitting in front of the TV watching them right before they get ready to play, and I just happened to look left, and it was like a flash went off, and like there were some blood vessels that burst in my left eye. So I went to the eye doctor, had to go through all this treatment or whatever. Well, he told me I had to have surgery on it. So I had one surgery, came back a couple months later, didn't fix it, and I had to have another one on that one. And after that second one, it scarred my optic nerve. So I hadn't been able to see out of my left eye since 2014.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like I stopped playing softball for about a year because I had to adjust my everyday depth perception.
And I kind of remember that because we played softball together in Bowling Green.
And then once I got my depth perception together to where, I could take ground balls, field pop-ups or whatnot, then I started playing again. But then back in probably around February of last year, I started having some issues with this eye, and then which culminated in the end of March is I had a detached retina. And so, they felt confident that they could fix it and have my eyesight back. But, yeah, the last day I saw anything was April 24th that morning, and then I had my surgery on the 25th.
So April 24th of 24.
Yeah. And
so
I
it's
had
been
my
over
surgery,
a year.
just barely over a year. It was a year on the 25th since I had my surgery. and life is just like I was telling Wade last night. It is a big adjustment, but the bigger adjustment is being almost 44 and having to find a new lane to move in. You know,
Yeah.
because I mean, most of the things I enjoy doing involve watching
psych.
sports, working out, riding in my car, listening to music, seeing my kids' faces, seeing my face. So it's a daily battle for me.
Well, your face is still beautiful. Just so
Well, I
you know.
appreciate that, man.
Your face is not deteriorated at all.
But yeah, I mean, trust me, mental illness is real.
Yep.
And above all things, like Wade said, the only way that it's going to get better is if you open up.
Yep, talk about it.
You got to, because, when you said you would keep your bipolarism to yourself, but we could, people could still notice them. Like, that's what's helped me. Like, if I'm around and I'm not as on this level, people recognize and say, hey, are you okay? And most people, what I always prefer is like, is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah.
Because if you ask if you're okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the norm. Yeah, I'm cool. What's going on? Is there anything I can do to help?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I try to tell
Well,
people.
and I tell people all the time, because I do this for a living,
for sure.
that
Hang on. Before he says anything, just know that
you're going to have to pay.
you're gonna have to pay.
For services
Today,
rendered.
before you leave this office, you're going to have to pay. Now,
Payment is expected day of service.
Go ahead.
the biggest thing with mental illness, well, any type of illness, is it's very easy to think I'm alone in this.
Yes.
I'm the only one who suffers from this. And the reality is if you put it out there in the ether, other people go, oh, for real? Yeah, I struggle with that too. I didn't know you say that. Like, and
had
then
so
you're like,
many
oh,
friends
okay,
do
like
that.
somebody to relate with me.
I've had so many, like, I was going through a stretch where I was just open. This is what I'm going through. This is what I've been suffering with. And the responses and things that I got made it easier for me to deal, because I knew that other people were going, like, I'm not alone. I mean, you always think that you're the only one that feels a certain way. So, yeah, talking about it, I'm glad you brought that up too, Wade, for sure.
Well, and I think it was like 2 shows ago, maybe 3. We actually dove into that a little bit. And I think that was the day you left early, CJ. Chad, myself, and Wade. We we talked about.
That's because you can't relate to us, CJ. We don't.
We talked about the fact that as a man, a lot of times we try to compress our feelings, take it on by ourselves, not really allow ourselves to be vulnerable and open, whether it be with our spouse or friends when we're going through shit, when in fact they may not be able to fix it, but they could probably help us in letting us talk about it or vent
and
about
manage
it.
Yep.
Even though they may not understand everything, the fact is that you're talking about how you're feeling and what you're walking through. And the best thing about that is that you're talking to someone who you can trust and confide in to help kind of try to balance it out. May not understand everything, but at least kind of just be a person to listen and just kind of hear what you're saying and try to navigate that. I think it's always been the difficult thing for a lot of us is when we walk through stuff, whether it's personally, whether it's the loss of a loved one, anything, mental health, all of that stuff. The key component is most of us have a circle of friends that we rely on, a tight-knit group. Everybody's got lots of friends, but you normally have a specific core of friends that you're willing to open yourself up to and allow yourself to be vulnerable with. Just like, anyone that has a spouse. Your spouse is supposed to be your safe space. I mean, she's going to listen, she's going to help you, but you also have friends too that are in that same predicament in which they're walking through stuff too. So I mean, it's trying to allow yourself to kind of be open when you're walking through it and not feel ashamed or embarrassed. Everybody walks through something. It just may be a little different than what you're walking through.
And I think that it's almost embed. I mean, when you think about it, when we're young and we, us dudes had sleepovers, we ain't talking about shit. Because, if you talked about shit, then they're going to think you soft. Women, on the other, that's all they do when they get together.
Right.
Talk about boys, talk about this, talk about that. So, it starts in us young that, we're not supposed to be able to open up and be vulnerable.
No, because a lot of times you're making fun of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You making fun.
Yeah.
What's he talking about? Tell him shut up,
For sure.
Well, Jamal, everybody else in this room is married except me and you.
Yeah.
You want to do the thing? Me and you?
What are we doing?
You want to get married?
Yeah.
So
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah. There you go.
That's us, dog.
I now pronounce you Jamal and Wade.
Okay. Let's do something fun.
I am a licensed to where I can marry people.
Are you?
I am.
I'd forgotten about that. That's great.
I did.
He is a licensed.
Yeah, that's what he said.
A license.
That's what he said. I am a licensed.
I'm a licensed minister to
There
marry
you go.
people.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We should take the show on the road.
Virtually ordained.
I am virtually ordained. That is
we
correct.
will be taking the show on the road.
Facts.
I think you had went back to get your headset when we were talking about this.
Oh yeah.
But we mentioned Jamal and I mentioned to Cavi last night
doing a live show at the Maple and Pine.
There,
Yeah, we can do. I can talk to Andrew and Jenny at Yancey's.
I think that would be fun.
Have a crowd.
It'd be
It'd
fun.
be a little intimidating.
It would be.
And who's breathing? Somebody is. The whole time Jamal was talking, all I could hear was.
It was tickling my ear.
I don't know.
So if you see,
Tayo's our resident breather.
if you see me laughing on the video, it's because
I thought that's what it was.
These
I
two
heard
were
you
like-
over there. Yeah.
I don't
We
know.
had no idea.
I was just holding my breath.
And then I heard you crack up.
I was. Oh yeah. I was over here cracking up. I was like,
All right, hold it together, boys.
Let's jump in. I've been excited about this. I know CJ's been excited because this was his idea. Move that mic just closer to your mouth there, Jamal.
Me?
Yeah.
And for
I
all the
want you to hear my
listeners,
breathing.
Nah, you're good.
this is what you've been waiting for.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
This is the moment of truth.
It's sauce bracket.
It's the sauce bracket
Sauce
time.
bracket.
32 team single elimination.
can't read this.
Sauce. Yeah. Sorry.
Damn.
Golly.
Golly.
It's aggressive.
Teo.
Always aggressive.
Aggressive.
This was written by somebody who owes a pencil between their toes.
This was 1 second.
Slow down.
I'm just
All
trying
right.
to read.
no,
all right.
don't read. You wait.
Yeah, don't. Please stop reading.
Stop doing it. Put it down.
All right, let's start in the East here.
Come on,
And
yeah.
Now that there's 5 of us, we will not have. You trying to touch me?
Reach
board
out and touch
Where's the board at?
We don't have
Oh, I thought you
somebody's
had a board or
hand.
something.
one. All right, we'll start in the East.
We did have one at one point.
Yeah, we had a poster.
We don't
Okay,
have,
let's
we don't
start
have
in the
region
East.
names on this.
We'll have to get a whiteboard now.
All right, first matchup is Zach Sauce versus McDonald's Sweet and Sour. Oof. Which
I
way?
say,
way you
I
wanna
say
go?
we go clockwise. Yeah.
Clockwise. All right. With me being at 1 o'clock.
No, you're. Let's see. I'm like 6.
No, it depends on where the
Like
clock
7.
starts.
If you're
Eight,
starting here, you're gonna be 12.
Yeah, but from my angle.
The things
Well-
we get lost on.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
This
Zach
is
Sauce
7.
or Sweet and Sour? McDonald's Sweet and Sour.
Damn.
You pulling a Chad? Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Well, here's the thing.
Do you want me to
Long
start?
story short.
Here's
all
what I
right?
was gonna say.
So my experience with the Zach I'll go Zach Sauce.
Okay. Chad,
Zach it is.
CJ,
Zach sauce.
Zach Attack.
I concur.
Most?
Zach sauce.
it's a clean sweep. Zach Sauce
All right.
moves on.
Friends forever.
All right, next matchup is is Taco Bell Fire Sauce versus Arby's Horsey Sauce.
Chadwick.
2 of my favorites. Chad,
Let's go Arby's, baby.
CJ.
Fire sauce.
I don't eat either one of the two, so I'm gonna defer and let you all pick the winner of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can have the tiebreaker. Jamal.
You'll have the
Unless it's
tiebreaker. in
tied.
this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Fire Sauce.
Yeah, fire.
Okay.
100%. 100.
Fire sauce.
Keep it 100.
Honey.
All right, here we go.
Fuck yes.
Jeez. This is
We
what
have-
happens when you get the regular monster. By the way.
Yeah.
Fully
diesel.
leaded.
That's when
Fully leaded, boy.
This is what happens to him.
That's when his Tourette's start acting up. That's when his Tourette's start acting up.
Minotaur.
And he almost spit that monster everywhere.
All right,
Almost did.
next matchup we have Spillway Stupefy, and if you remember our last episode, almost killed me versus, and wait for it, Ketchup.
Yes.
Just straight up.
Let me say this: I hate both of these things. I hate ketchup.
Really?
What? Well, if you don't like ketchup, then
Chad
fuck
drinks
you.
it. Chad
I
drinks
don't
his
like
stuff.
ketchup. I can handle ketchup like on a hot dog or on a hamburger, but like just raw dog and ketchup.
Ketchup does
and
not
fries,
belong
no.
on a hot dog. I'm just
Really?
saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you
I-
got
that
to
could be
consider.
debated.
I'm with Wade. I do ketchup on a hot dog myself.
No.
The
I ain't gonna
Spillway
tell you
Stupefy
what I
only
eat
goes
on my
on
shit.
wings. Ketchup
Both y'all
goes
go
on
to
everything.
Chicago and ask for ketchup on a hot dog and see what happens to both y'all.
Nah, I wouldn't go
Nothing?
to Chicago for a hot dog.
Nothing. They'll take my money and go.
Nope.
That's a weird guy.
Let's say,
They'll talk about us behind our back.
That's fine.
I'm going to enjoy my hot dog.
can you believe these two idiots?
All right, CJ,
Ketchup.
Jamal.
Ketchup.
I'm gonna
After
ketchup.
after the way you almost died.
I'm going
I was going to say,
ketchup.
Wade's
It don't
not
even matter.
going with
but
Stupefy.
I'm gonna be the only one. Spillway, Stupefied, a.k.a.
Yeah.
Triple X.
Ketchup goes on everything.
Yeah.
Chad drinks it.
I love ketchup.
Ketchup and cereal.
Oh, God.
What?
Vomit.
Not together.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup is Taco Bell's Diablo sauce versus
Bachans.
Thank you. Bachans Japanese barbecue sauce.
Cut off. Can't even see it.
That's why I read it.
Yeah.
Most.
Give me the Japanese sauce.
I've never had it, but I bet it's good.
Yeah,
You've never had that?
I'm also going with that. Fire
Same.
at Taco Bell's my
Is that
favorite.
basically like white
Bachan's
sauce?
Japanese barbecue sauce.
Is that like white sauce, or what is it?
No, it's a barbecue
It's a
sauce.
barbecue sauce.
It's
Never had
good.
it.
I even got a new one the other day called Hella Hot. If you like hot, it's good.
good.
Is it hella hot?
It is hella hot.
All right, next one is Zaxby's Buffalo Garlic Sauce versus Buffalo Wild Wings Mango Habanero.
It's you.
Go ahead, Coach.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I thought I just did the last one.
No, I did that.
I don't even think we voted on the last one.
Yeah, we did. It was we already had enough.
it
I
was
had
cheap.
enough. I was going to say.
Yeah, we already had it.
I'm going to go Mango Habanero because Buffalo Wild Wing sauce is made in Horse Cave, right next door to us.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
No.
Okay.
What is it? At Dart or
No, Timor City.
Yeah, T. Marzetti's. My bad. My
Dart's
bad.
Dart
making
makes
the
the cups.
they're making the styrofoam.
Styrofoam. Yeah.
I know yours, right?
Oh, yeah. It's 100% mango habanero.
All right. Chadwick?
Yeah. Beat ups.
That's three.
I'm going buffalo garlic, but it doesn't matter at this point.
I'm mango habanero.
Yeah.
No, this next one's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. That's a.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is a big dog
All
right
right,
here.
big dog matchup. A1 steak sauce or just sauce.
Yeah.
Because you can put that shit on anything.
On anything.
As
What
you
They
can.
call Frank's.
Yeah.
Versus ranch.
Which you can pretty much put on anything.
Okay, so here's a question because it's just plain old ranch.
Just ranch.
Yeah.
We just
Ranch.
Hidden
Just
Valley,
ranch.
Ranch.
Ken's.
Whatever you
Your
want.
choice.
Whatever
Yeah,
ranch you
whichever
want.
choice you
Yeah.
want.
If you like Ken's over Hidden Valley, then you go with Ken.
I'm
It's
a
just
Hidden
ranch.
I'm a Hidden Valley guy.
I figured you were.
All right, so A1,
You look like a Hidden Valley.
A1,
I'm Hidden Valley.
A1 versus ranch. Where are you going?
I'm going A1 sauce.
Okay. Chad?
Chad's going. Chad's.
He don't
Chad's-
love either
Chad's
one as much as
confused.
ketchup, so
Or honey mustard.
yeah, right.
Ranch. Ranch.
Ranch, okay.
A1.
Ranch. All day.
Oh, we
Turn
we
it
have
up
our
like
first
this.
tiebreaker, and it's up to
Wait.
you. Wait.
All right.
Dubs
up like
McGinnis.
As far as what I like on steak or pork chops, I'm going Heinz 57, not A1.
Oh.
That's what my
fuck?
wife likes. That's what my wife likes too.
So I'm going ranch.
Okay.
I do eat Buffalo Wild Wings ranch with my finger after all
Yes.
the wings are
Same. Yes.
And
always.
or I will take the bone that I've already
and then
eaten.
dip it in
Yes.
the ranch. And
Yeah.
I'm with you, bro.
All right, cool.
I'm with you, man. Listen, I can drink. My mom, she makes salads, so, and I have
Shout out
ranch.
to Deborah.
I have ranch with a side of salad.
Yes.
And my shit's covered, dog. My shit's covered.
It's good for it.
All right. Here we go. Next one is O'Charlie's honey mustard
Oh,
versus Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue.
Oh my God.
Sweet Baby Ray's. That's the best barbecue sauce.
Chad
in my
to start here.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Scoop.
Chad.
Well, as
we know
much
where
as
he's
I
going.
love Sweet Baby Ray's, honey mustard it is.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
No, Charlie's honey mustard.
Yes.
Man,
I'm also going to go honey mustard.
Yes.
I like honey mustard.
honey mustard, man.
I don't get pissed
Oh,
about
Charlie's is
it. I thought you hit it.
It sounded just like you hit the button.
He put it down in his throat, by the way. When he did it.
Yeah. You got that vibration.
Yeah.
What did you go?
Honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
Yeah, honey mustard.
I missed somebody's vote.
I didn't vote because honey
What
mustard.
is
Yeah, honey mustard got to.
Yeah,
it
but
already
that's
had the 3.
What was your vote going to be?
My vote was going to be Sweet Baby Ray's.
Which it look.
3-2.
I'm gonna get. I just had the Baby Ray's the other night and slathered my steak up in it.
Slathered.
Your steak?
Your
He
steak.
slathered.
Sauce?
This ain't
Absolutely.
ribs. He talked about the steak.
Marinated it.
A marinade.
Yes.
You didn't dip it in barbecue.
No.
He
Marinated.
slathered it.
Yeah.
You dipped it in A1.
No,
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
In my opinion,
So
if
you had
you
the-
have
you
to
had-
have A1.
You
your
had the
steak's not
sauce and
Bingo.
the A1.
100%.
Yes.
Really?
If you
My wife is a Heinz 57 lady.
Oh,
so
I
I
do
love
like
Heinz
Heinz 57.
All right.
though, for sure.
it's a real peppery.
next one.
tangy.
Yeah.
Let's do the next one.
Oh, we're getting there. Calm
Moving on.
I'm tired of hearing Chad's opinion.
All right. Next matchup, Clash of Titans for my palate. Salsa de Tomatillo versus Cholula hot sauce.
CJ.
Cholula.
Salsa de tomatillo.
I'm going Cholula. I literally put that on everything.
Fuck that.
Eggs.
Salsa de tomatillo.
See, Poppy.
Salsa de tomatillo.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be upset however that went. I'm cool with both
That
of
one's
those.
all right, too.
I could have responded like a typical.
F you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
F you.
Yeah, F you.
All right, moving over to the other side. We've got duck sauce versus Polynesian sauce.
Was it on me?
Who put duck sauce on the list?
Not me.
I did.
I don't know that
'Cause
I've
that
ever had
doesn't-
duck.
I don't
I mean-
know if I have either.
Well, no, because when we were sitting there talking about sauces, I was like, okay. So now we're coming down. So I was like, oh, Chinese. So soy, duck,
Dog. Teriyaki.
That's it.
sweet and sour.
Nothing more.
Sweet and sour.
He's like, that's it.
Don't go any further.
Sweet and sour.
It's on me, I think.
Yeah,
It's on Mo.
it's
Yeah,
on
Give me that Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce, dog.
I'm going Polynesian as well.
Polynesian.
Champ.
Polynesian for me.
Polynesian.
Clean
Sweep.
sweep. Second sweep.
Ooh.
I don't think it's because it
I
was
don't think
going
it
up
moves
against
on.
duck sauce.
Yeah, I don't think it moves on.
All right.
Could be it too, CJ.
It's a one and done.
I start this one right. Zaxby's tongue torch versus Tabasco Chipotle. I hate Tabasco. Give me Zaxby's.
Give me the tongue torch.
Zach.
I'm going with the Chipotle, the Tabasco Chipotle.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm with CJ too. I mean, I know it don't matter.
Tongue torch. All right. We've
T.
got buffalo sauce versus Whataburger spicy ketchup.
I've never had
I
a
knew
burger
it.
spicy
Yeah, I
ketchup,
ain't
so I'm
either.
going buffalo.
Can't.
I think it's just pretty much, let's just agree it's Buffalo.
Buffalo.
there.
Yeah,
Buffalo
yeah.
can't miss.
I mean,
Can't miss with Buffalo.
yeah.
No.
Never gonna give you up.
All right, we got Chick-fil-A sauce versus Sriracha.
So for those that don't know, the Chick-fil-A is honey mustard and barbecue.
Chad.
Chick-fil-A.
CJ.
Chick-fil-A.
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 Sriracha.
Damn you.
Doesn't matter.
That's why I didn't care to say sriracha.
Sriracha's a fun word to say.
It is.
It is. It's like
Yeah. Popeye's Black and Ranch versus Soy.
Wait a minute. Did you all just make sriracha Japanese?
Yes.
No, we were there.
I think I'm turning Japanese.
Sound like they was breaking the board. Sriracha!
That's a little racist. Because
Just saying.
we were just doing our Tiger Woods golf
yes. This goes back
with
to
a different word.
Uh-huh.
Nah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, carry on. Sorry.
busting that R2 button.
That's right. Spin, baby, spin. Popeye's Black and Ranch versus soy sauce.
I've never had the Popeyes.
I think it's better. No.
Who's
It's
it?
CJ. It's CJ.
I would like a breath of fresh air. It is stinking here. Which one of y'all is roasting this room?
What?
No,
What are you
Not
talking
me.
about?
It's flowing right over here at me.
Close your mouth.
Golly. Y'all are roasting this damn room.
That right there needs to become one of our buttons. Close your mouth.
Close it.
Well, we can get some fresh air in just a
I
second.
can't even speak.
All right, I'll start. I'm going to go soy sauce.
Yeah, I grew up. My best friend's Vietnamese, so I had soy sauce almost every day. So give me that.
Yeah, black and ranch is too close to just ranch.
Yeah.
And we already got ranch as a winner, so give me the soy.
Okay.
I'm all about the soy.
Soy sauce.
Well, you really put these two next to each other here.
Oh gosh,
All right.
this isn't the.
Yeah, this is rough. This next one is rough.
CJ's already like, damn it.
He's sweat. CJ's starting to sweat.
Yeah, that's just because I'm fat.
All right, my favorite sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings: Asian Zing versus Cane sauce. Jamal,
Give me the Asian zing.
I'm going Asian Zing.
I
as
think it
well.
sounds like a girl. I'm going. Who was you with my eye with this Asian zing thing?
I'm going Canes.
Chad.
I'm just telling you, you're the deciding vote right here.
Yeah, you are.
There's that breathing.
Yeah.
Canes.
Oh, and it comes down to CJ.
Oh, we know.
The man is sweating even more.
He's
Cane
He's
sauce.
definitely
He's
Cane.
going Canes.
Wade started to trimmer when he wrote that, by the way. And he is trying not to cuss us out right now.
I'm not going to do it. I've changed my ways. As I said, Saturday, I'm a very moral person. Louisiana hot sauce versus Dairy Queen's white gravy.
What the hell?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
I mean, it's gravy
No!
considered a sauce.
Yeah.
It is because you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
dip your tenders in
It
it.
is a Dairy
Dairy Queen's the only place it's considered a sauce.
And
I'm
what was
pretty
the
sure.
first one? What was the first
Louisiana hot sauce.
It's on you, Dubs.
It is me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give me the Louisiana hot sauce.
Give me Louisiana.
Chad.
Gravy.
Knew that one. I knew that.
Gravy.
I'm going to go gravy, too.
That a boy
I'm gonna
Jamal.
I'm going to go gravy,
I like it.
Gravy
but
moves on.
Don't
chicken
call it a
tenders.
comeback.
Hey.
Gravy is the sleeper sauce right there.
Yes, it is. Lord have mercy.
All right, last matchup in the first round:
Now
Arby's
this-
sauce versus Maple and Pine spicy
This
honey
is hard
garlic.
for me. This is like the Canes Asian Zine matchup for me.
Well, you
God.
started.
You started, J.O.
Son of a buck. I love both. I love both.
And you got to pick one.
But because of my Hispanic background, I'm going with the
Arby's sauce.
maple and
Because Arby's is a Hispanic sauce.
I'm going with the maple and pine spicy honey garlic.
Why?
If you've never had it,
What does that have to do with your Hispanic background?
spicy,
Oh, the spicy bit. The word spicy.
spicy.
The word spicy makes it Hispanic.
Fuck all y'all.
So if it was,
We're laughing with you. not at you.
So if it was spicy ranch,
This is a safe room. This is a safe room. We're okay.
Give me the Hispanic ranch.
Give me the cardiovascular ketchup.
What?
Obviously. Arby's sauce.
You know it's just barbecue sauce, right?
Arby's sauce.
Close.
I'm going to go with the Mexican.
He's going with the Hispanic honey garlic sauce.
The Caliente garlic sauce, dog. The Caliente garlic sauce.
I'm also going to go maple and pine spicy
All right.
honey garlic.
It's delicious. If you never had it,
I have not.
I recommend you highly try it.
Arby's will not be a sponsor.
They will. They
might.
put that sauce. Get your tenders
Now-
tossed in that sauce.
Horsey sauce got beat out too.
Yeah.
Now,
It's, uh,
Arby's sauce and horsey sauce combined.
so I'm going with the Mexican Arby's.
All right, Chad,
He set it
Arby's
up
is.
so well.
Arby's it is.
Chad needs to air out just for a second, and I don't disagree. All right, next matchup we have Zach sauce versus Taco Bell's fire sauce. I don't know whose turn it was.
Start it with,
I think
Y'all
it's
start
cool.
back with
Start
that.
back over.
yeah,
Okay.
Fire.
that's the heritage.
Zach.
Fire.
Zach.
Tough one for you.
Give me Zach sauce.
No, sauce is kind of thunder though.
It is good.
I'm out.
That's a tough
I'm out
one.
on it anymore.
You didn't got burn on it.
He got that,
Womp, womp,
he got that tummy ache on it.
No, I just prefer tongue torch.
Oh, yeah.
never
Same. But if you dip those two together, tongue torch and Zach sauce,
I've never tried that.
About to.
I like the honey.
Not right
mustard,
now,
though.
but
The honey
good.
mustard is
Next
good
time.
too.
yeah,
Honey
Zach's
mustard's real good.
Zach's kind of cornered the market with sauces. Right there.
Facts.
So Zach moves into the sweet.
All right, here
16.
we go. Ketchup versus, say it again,
Bashans.
Bashan's barbecue sauce. Japanese barbecue sauce.
Go on, ketchup man.
Ketchup it is.
Bashans.
Bashans.
Bashan's.
Bashans.
That's for the fucking sausage ball, whatever the fuck, in the snack bracket.
Yeah, but that
That's
was
payback, bitch.
But that's messed up. We should have done like CJ said, left homemade items off.
No.
Next time.
Slim Jim's got knocked out, Wade.
We've talked. We
Oh, yeah.
Snack bracket
Nabs
2.
knocked off Slim Jim. What the
Listen,
hell?
Snack bracket
Nabs is
2.0.
for real.
We'll do snack bracket 2.0 at some point.
We're gonna do an appetizer bracket.
Yeah, that
Ooh,
too.
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
It's a good one too.
All right, next.
Medita's homemade salsa.
Are we going with homemade or appetizers you can get out? Like we got to.
We'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
That's a off.
Yeah, we probably.
That goes into the lab.
Sorry,
and
folks. We've got Buffalo Wild Wings mango habanero
And
versus
ranch.
Ooh, Titans.
They're great together.
I'm gonna go with the mango habanero.
Boom.
Ranch.
Habanero.
Ranch.
Duh.
Damn it.
I knew he was
You
gonna
not
go
gonna
that
get-
way.
Get that bullshit out of here.
Yeah, you're not going to give me ranch.
Chad's low key mad right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
He will.
CJ.
Listen, he will be if.
CJ,
this
I'm gonna
next
tell you
one-
right now. I expect to
If this
see
computer
ranch
goes
in
off.
this elite championship matchup.
It's fitting to be.
Are you saying that ranch and Hardee's are the same?
Oh,
No.
Hardee's
They're
made
not at the
Final
same
Four.
level, but they're close.
yeah.
No, Hardee's made the natty.
Hardee's. Yeah,
They did.
Yeah, against Chick-fil-A. Yeah,
Which
they
was
lost in the
which
national
is
championship.
How crazy is Jamal?
For all you viewers
How
out there,
did-
leave a
hold up.
comment, subscribe, hit a like button. Let us know what you like.
Yeah. Facts. Leave
I like how-
comments
Let
us know in the comments.
the
I like how.
Said that
Let us
first.
know down below in the comments.
I also like how when he gets aggressive, he drops the mic to his throat.
Yeah,
Because I'm loud.
he could throat it.
and his voice gets real high pitched when he gets excited.
Yeah.
That quote unquote.
Still loud.
Still loud. I mean,
I've got
crazy.
O'Charlie's honey mustard versus salsa de tomatillo.
Don't do it.
It's on you.
No, it ain't.
no, it's on.
It's on Jamal.
Is it on me?
Mo's deaf.
Give me that honey mustard, man.
Thank you.
Give me the honey mustard, dog.
Salsa de tomatillo.
Salsa de tomatillo.
Honey mustard.
Cause
Oh,
your-
jeez.
Cause of your heritage. Is that why you went with the salsa de tomatillo?
No, that's why Chad went with honey mustard because of his heritage.
I mean, I did too, man.
I'm gonna go with the salsa de tomatillo.
Oh no.
Now I'm gonna tell you, he is
Rodius! Rodius on all counts!
For all you listeners out there, that's a Wedding Crashers reference.
They may know that. Polynesian sauce versus Zaxby's tongue torch. Tongue torch.
Tongue torch.
Tongue torch.
tongue torch.
Polynesian.
There you go, Jamal. That's all right. I like
I'll
Polynesian.
take my L. It's fine.
I like it.
This one,
Buffalo sauce versus Chick-fil-A sauce. This is a no contest.
Buffalo.
yeah,
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A's bomb, but
Buffalo Soldier.
What was the?
Dreadlock
Y'all remember when?
Buster.
Y'all remember when Chad was singing "Home on the Range"
home on the range.
and he didn't say Buffalo? He
Oh,
said
yeah.
something
Yeah,
totally different.
where the Elks play.
Forgot about that. Soy sauce versus cane sauce.
Oh, this ain't even a battle.
Are we gonna have?
It's-
There's a matchup coming.
Well, I don't know whose turn it is.
Cane.
Cane sauce.
Soy.
I love soy.
Cane sauce.
Canes.
Okay.
I do love soy. I just love sodium in general.
I love salt.
I love salt because of my heritage.
This is you beat me to it.
For all you chemistry majors out there, that's Na.
NA. Sodium.
Sodium.
Yes.
Dairy Queen white gravy versus maple and pine spicy honey garlic.
Don't. I ain't got nothing else to throw besides my phone. Come on now.
Let him throw the phone.
I think it's me.
Is it you?
Yeah, it's me. So I'm going to go. I've never had the maple and pines. I'm going to go with Dairy Queen.
Thank you. Get that gravy. Jamal, you know you love that gravy.
I do.
Don't forget what Cabby said last night.
Oh yeah, give me the maple and pine joint.
Maple and
Drink.
Joint.
Hey, why don't you whip up that
Don't
spicy
act like
honey
you
garlic
don't.
drink?
Don't act like you don't love gravy.
I don't love gravy like
Don't
that.
act like you don't love
Give me that
gravy.
spicy honey garlic.
Well, ain't it worth a vote? It's doing gone.
3-2. Make it close.
Chad's
It
love.
is what it is.
Chad's other love gone.
Gravy.
Honey mustard, and now gravy's gone.
Ketchup gone
And ketchup gone. too.
Ketchup's gone. He living off that ranch.
Ranch, dog.
Ranch is where it's at.
All right, we got Zach's sauce versus Bashan's Japanese barbecue sauce. Ooh. Jamal.
Give me the Zach sauce.
Same.
Bashan's Japanese barbecue.
Zaxby's.
Yeah, I got to go Zach sauce myself, too.
Y'all
Bashan's made a run,
It
but
did
Zach
make a
sauce
run.
is.
Only
like
because
Zach
I haven't
sauce.
had Bashan's
y'all aren't
yet,
keeping
so.
up with it, are you?
No.
No.
So y'all
No.
don't see this matchup that's coming down the road.
No.
We got ranch
I don't.
versus
Why, Jamal?
we got ranch versus salsa de tomatillo. It's back to me.
Yeah.
This is tough.
This is tough. I will say that I use ranch more often than the other, but I'm going ranch. Sorry.
This was his inner monologue.
Yeah. Teo.
Tomatillo.
Ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch. I tell you, ranch is. Hey,
That's fine. I keep picking against it and keep losing. That's all that matters.
it might be Florida.
Ooh.
All right. Tongue torch versus buffalo.
Tongue.
Got one
Buffalo.
tongue.
Tongue.
You went tongue over buffalo?
Mm-hmm. I like tongue.
I'm actually going Buffalo on this one. Bro.
I'm
think
also
it
going
matters.
buffalo. I cannot not go buffalo.
Yeah.
It's the original.
It's Teo and I's heritage. It's got torch in it.
All right. Maple and pine spicy honey garlic had a good run, but they're up against cane sauce.
Yeah.
Chad.
Canes.
CJ.
Canes.
Most.
I'm going to stay true to my boy, even though we're going to lose. Give me maple and pine.
I've got to go cane sauce.
Yeah, I'm maple and pine. Spicy honey garlic.
All right. Final four.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Final four.
Here we go.
List them before we do them.
All right. You got Zach sauce, ranch, buffalo, and cane sauce.
So this
My
is
God.
a classic.
Buffalo
is
one
it.
over
This is a
tongue
good
torch?
matchup.
Yup.
Yeah, it did.
Mother.
Buffalo's classic, man. It's just it's classic.
It's
hot
but
sauce.
let's just be honest. Tongue torch would kind of fall into that category if you
It is.
overarching to an extent.
It is a hotter.
I love tongue torch. I absolutely love it. But
Up against Buffalo.
Buffalo's classic.
Buffalo is classic.
I put buffalo sauce on
I'm not gonna
pizza, chicken.
hate on either.
Dog, these
Steak.
four is tough.
Dip my
Yeah.
steak in buffalo sauce.
I ain't got no dog and no race on these four.
What?
Do we have dogs racing?
What do you mean?
Sauces racing.
All right. Zach sauce versus ranch.
I think it starts with me.
Okay.
But
Go.
ranch.
Zach sauce.
I got to go with ranch, bro.
Please make it Zach sauce so it comes down to taste. Because he doesn't have a dog in this race.
Yeah. Can't do it. He loves ranch.
I know it. He keeps
Ranch
thinking
is
about
wrong.
it.
He's struggling, as you
I
can
am
see on
struggling.
camera right now.
I gotta go ranch.
Yeah.
There it is.
What's your
What was your vote?
It doesn't freaking matter vote.
Yeah, no, I would have. Hidden Valley Ranch.
He's upset.
Yeah, he
50,000.
sounds sad as hell.
Disrespect.
Hey, the monster wore off on him, dog.
Yeah.
He's drained. He done hit the low now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he just finished off.
Got
all ago.
buffalo sauce versus cane sauce.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, shit. Who was this on?
It's
CJ.
me. I'm going to go Canes.
Most.
As much as I love Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I'm going buffalo.
Canes.
Chad.
Scoopage.
This is an interesting one.
It is.
All
The
eyes
last
on-
two.
Oh,
is
I'm
gonna
going to
be
go ahead and
interesting.
tell you, I'm going to put it in the matchup because this is what I want it to be, and this is the way it should be in the national championship because both
Buffalo
of these are used
against
together.
France. Yep.
And it's Buffalo.
That's fucking dope.
Here we go.
I mean, you know.
And that's the only reason.
What
Because
I-
I love both.
what I
it's
thought-
toss-up.
What I thought was going to happen is we were going to have Zach sauce versus Kane sauce for the
That
net.
would and yeah.
That would have been a good one.
You got
too.
the same kind of sauce,
Yep.
just a little.
One's a little bit
variation.
better.
Yep.
One's got anchovies in it.
Yes. Ooh,
Really?
I could start this one off. Don't know.
Ranch versus Buffalo for the belt. Most
Okay.
Yeah, this needs to be thought out.
It does because, like you said, they go together. Okay, I'm gonna say ranch in this matchup because I feel like the ranch makes it better. So I'm gonna go ranch.
I'm going Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Ranch it is. So CJ, you get to
Son,
be
you-
the asshole.
No,
Congratulations.
he's going. I know where he's going. I know him.
Yeah, he
That is
gonna go.
indeed true. I'm
Buffalo
going
it is.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Congratulations, everyone. We have a 2025. What
That's
are we
right.
even talking about? Sauce winner, and it is Buffalo sauce.
And listen, there's plenty of sauces on here that could have made it, but that's
What do
a
you-
classic
God
one.
bless! What'd you do to that paper?
He got
I
mad
threw it
when
at
we took
CJ.
out honey mustard.
What are you
erroneous.
most? What are you most upset about?
He's
that
most
got
upset
knocked
about
out?
Honey mustard, yeah.
I knew that.
He's upset.
No,
at her.
you. I'm looking at you.
Oh, I would have liked to see Tongue Torch make a run.
They did make a run. They made it to the.
I
Elite
wanted
Eight.
to see him get to the Final Four at least.
I got you. I mean, it was tough.
Just like UK fans, you gotta temper the expectations a little.
They had a good run. It's a good season. Some would say their best season. All right. This has been a lot of fun this morning. New venue, new recording. What? We're on video, man. I mean, people see. Just say.
Yeah.
Just say. What,
We need our 30 seconds.
I forgot.
Okay,
About that.
I'm just making sure.
I was segueing.
Oh,
Give the man some time.
Normally,
Give me some room. Let me do my dance.
It's been fun, and we'll see you next week.
No,
And
usually I do the rundown. It's been fun. This has been a lot of fun, and then we talk for another 15 minutes.
this is true.
yeah.
It's
and then it
usually-
gets cut out.
you- When does it get cut out?
I'm just messing with you, man.
I did do that one time though.
Yeah, because we went for 30.
Yeah, that's true.
It was the Warren East basketball game.
So,
Yeah.
this has been a lot of fun. We've talked about a lot of different things. We've talked about some funny things. We've talked about some serious things. Teo got his feelings hurt with the sauce bracket.
as did I.
Hurt feelings
This
and nostalgia.
couch over here is struggling.
Good call back. Episode 3.
Rebuttals.
What'd you say?
This couch over
Redactions.
here was struggling with the feels on the sauce bracket.
Yes.
But look, the champion, I've got no.
No complaints.
Gotta
Either
respect
way.
a Villanova
Hey.
type champ.
Again, everybody's got to vote.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't fall my way all the time. So it's all right. Good.
It's democratic.
He's still going to be mad about it for a couple
Yeah.
hours. But
Oh, I'm over it already. It's good.
He's already over it.
I like Buffalo.
I'm not. But
Chad's still mad.
Chad
He
is mad
loves
with
the
that
old
gravy.
Charlie's honey mustard.
between his
gravy and the honey
Gravy and ketchup.
between all of his mice and his honey mustard.
his
And
mice.
it's ketchup.
struggling.
That
Mouse.
was ketchup.
Yeah, all my mouses.
Mouse and seeds.
All right. So anyway, I've had a lot of fun. New venue, new platform, new bracket,
Headsets.
New headsets.
new headsets, new friends, old friends, the best of friends.
Friends forever.
Yes, we will.
Always will be friends.
Talking about friends.
Hey, they had a question about Bayside last night too.
Yeah, they did.
That's what the name of the high school was.
Bayside High.
Bayside High, baby.
Fair Bayside.
Oh my gosh.
Take a bow, Mrs. Powers.
You've rewritten our alma mater.
School song.
No,
All right, let's get it, Wade.
All right.
play it back. 30-second ending credits. That's what I'm calling this segment. Sponsored by
Jamal.
Wilson.
Dairy Queen's White Gravy.
Yes.
You don't want to know how it's made, but it's made well.
Tasty.
Start us off, Mose.
Just piggybacking off what we talked about earlier. Mental illness is real. Check on your friends. I think for me, when I first started going through this whole, not being able to see, I just, I'd been popular per se, a lot of friends, all that stuff. But, when it came down to the nitty gritty, it's only been a handful of people to reach out, check on me, offer to come and get me, and things like that. But, and I guess that's why I was so thrilled to do this, because it gave us something every single week to do together.
Yeah.
Right.
So people, check on your friends. You never know what they're going through. Never know what they're going through.
Yeah, that would have been roughly the same thing that I would said. This podcast means a lot to me. It means a lot to hang out with you all. I've never hung out with Chad more than I've hung out with Chad in the past week at his office here, just trying to figure out how we were going to set this up, how it was all going to work. We got the headsets in. The last one came in last night. We're fully stocked. We own our own equipment now. Shout out to the Boys and Girls Club, though.
Shout out.
Where we got our start, where I still call my place of employment. Yeah, means a lot to me. This means a lot to me. You all, the four of you all, mean a lot to me.
Yep.
Mikolajczyk.
So mine's not necessarily a rant. Most of you shall know that this week's a tough one. Friday marks a 10-year anniversary of the passing of my mother. So R.I.P. Maria.
Yep, we put her to rest on my birthday.
It's a good one. Yep. Well, my rant is short and sweet, and it's over changes. And I talked to Teo this week about it. Like, why can't we just simplify and leave things alone?
I think he's talking about his mouse.
No, I'm talking about T-ball. I'm talking about T-ball. Like, everything we're trying to change.
What are we changing in T-ball? Still put
Yeah,
it on
tell
a
us
tee
about
and hit
it.
it, right?
Yeah.
Don't go that much.
Yeah,
But like
just-
what?
Just lots of rules. The
okay.
game of baseball was great, just
Trying
like
to-
it was.
Trying to make it all fair.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
Why complicate things? Like, just things were good. Let the
Sorry, I
old
took a
dog
deep
lie.
breath there.
Deep breath. Did y'all hear that
point.
deep breath?
That was a deep breath there.
I feel you. Good one.
Shajeezy.
All right, so no rant since everybody else's was a rant. No, I'm kidding. So I'm the only probably soccer fan in the room.
No, I love Ted
Shit.
Lasso.
So I'm going to give a shout out to my club, which I'm wearing their jersey today, for winning their 20th European champion.
Your club?
Yeah, my team I support, Liverpool, for winning the Premier League this year, their 20th championship. So that's all I got.
Nice.
I like Tottenham.
It's been a lot of fun.
Good
I love
night,
you
fellas.
all. Check on your friends, like Mo said.
Yep, definitely.
That needs to be an everyday thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hollering at your friends, tell them you love them.
Do something more than saying, "Are you okay?"
Yep, yep.
For sure.
Put the time in, put the effort in, make everything a lot better.
Yep.
All right, y'all have a good week.
Yes, sir.
See you on the. I don't know. I'll be Bluetooth next week.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
So long. Farewell. Avita. Say goodnight.
You learn to check your own blood sugar and check it often.
If I order before you, but there's a car in front of me, just remember that it's my turn to go before you.
Carolina Reaper.
Where are you boys from in the world?
Big old basket full of fresh biscuits with jelly.
You got that good?